Most Android phones look pretty much the same these days, right? They have glass on the front and back that curves on the sides, but the Xiaomi 14 Pro is different. It has a more square shape with thick frames that remind me of the iPhone. The 6.73-inch screen is awesome too. It's super bright and sharp with 2.5K OLED and 3000 nits of brightness. That's the best in the market right now. The Leica branded camera systems has three 50-megapixel lenses, but the main one has a special feature. It has a physical shutter that can change the aperture from 1.4 to 4.0. That means you can adjust how much light you want to let in. The other two lenses are for wide-angle and zoom shots. If you want to take awesome pictures in bright places, the Xiaomi 14 Pro's camera is perfect for you. It has a super cool image sensor and a lens that can change how much light it lets in. That means your photos will look sharp and colorful. It can shoot up to 8K videos at 24 FPS. The camera also has a feature that makes your videos look smooth and steady, even if you're moving around a lot. That's great for people who like to film exciting stuff like sports or adventures. This is a beast of a phone. It has the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, which is super fast and can do some cool AI stuff. You can get it with 12 or 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it's water and dust proof. There's a 4,880 milliampere cell inside. It also charges wirelessly at 50 watt, which is awesome. The phone runs on HyperOS, which is Xiaomi's new software that works with all kinds of devices. The best things about the 14 Pro are the chip, the screen, and the camera. They're all top-notch. The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra got some amazing changes from last year's model. The phone has a titanium frame instead of armor aluminum, which feels nicer in your hand and won't get scratched as easily. It also has a cool texture that catches the light. The edges are less rounded, so you can hold the phone more securely. The screen is flatter and has less space at the bottom, which makes the huge display seem even more impressive. If you're looking for a phone with an awesome screen, you can't go wrong with the S24 Ultra. It has a huge 6.8-inch AMOLED screen that can change its refresh rate from 1 Hz to 120 Hz depending on what you're doing. That means it can save battery when you don't need it and give you a smooth experience when you do. The screen is super sharp and clear, and you can make it even sharper by changing the resolution in the settings. The S24 Ultra also has the brightest screen of any phone right now. It can go up to 2,600 nits. That makes it easy to see even in bright sunlight. The S Pen is what makes the Galaxy Ultra phones special. It's tucked away in a little hole on the left side of the phone. You just push it in and it pops out a bit, then you can grab it with your fingers. The phone keeps the S Pen charged when it's inside, and it also reminds you when you take it out or forget it somewhere. The S Pen can be used for notes, drawings, or other stuff. There's a button on the side that does different things like taking photos or changing slides. The phone has some apps that work well with the S Pen like Smart Select, Samsung Notes, and Air Actions. But Samsung hasn't added anything new to the S Pen this year, which is kind of weird. The S24 Ultra is a beast of a phone, thanks to the special Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy chip that Qualcomm made just for Samsung. It has more juice for the CPU, GPU, and NPU, which means it can handle anything you throw at it. Plus, it has a huge vapor chamber to keep it cool and fast. The S24 Ultra has 4 cameras on the back. The main one is 200 megapixel and takes super sharp photos. There's also a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 10 megapixel 3x zoom, and a 50 megapixel 5x zoom. The cameras are great. They take beautiful photos in any light, with lots of detail and color. They look as good as the ones from Apple and Google. The selfie camera is 12 megapixel and also takes nice photos. The portrait mode looks more natural than before. The S24 Ultra can also do some cool tricks with AI. You can remove or resize things in your photos with the Gallery app. If you like taking photos at night, you'll love nightography. It's a cool feature on the S24 Ultra that uses AI to make your night shots look better. It gets rid of some of the noise and makes the details pop out more. The colors are still vibrant and realistic. You can also record videos in 8K at 30 FPS, which is super high quality. The videos look sharp and clear, with natural colors and good stabilization. The Galaxy S24 Ultra has a big battery that can last for a long time. It's a 5,000 milliampere battery that you can charge fast with a cable or slower without one. You can also share some juice with other devices that support wireless charging. We tested the battery by watching YouTube videos non-stop with the screen brightness all the way up. The S24 Ultra kept going for 14 hours and 10 minutes, which is pretty good for an Android phone and better than the S23 Ultra from last year. We also checked how fast the battery charges with a 45-watt charger. It took about an hour and 20 minutes to go from empty to full. If you want an awesome Android phone, you can't go wrong with the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's got everything you need: a stunning screen, a speedy processor, a long-lasting battery, and amazing cameras. The Galaxy S24 Ultra is not cheap or small, but that's the price you pay for having the best of the best. Trust us, it's worth it.